Hey everybody, welcome to the presentation. I am Trevor and I'm going to be your presenter as we cover sort of big picture stuff for your internet business. I've gotten some concerns recently from several of my newer clients especially that are just having a hard time kind of catching and grasping what the big picture plan is when you come into a coaching and a training program like this. Because oftentimes, a lot of us end up starting out on eBay a little bit. You know, we're selling on eBay. We're showing you the ropes of how to make money on eBay. And I think it comes up a little bit after you invest what you invest to be here, and you're thinking, you know, what exactly did I get for my investment? Because I know for a lot of you guys, when you qualify to come into the program, so much of that time in the qualification process is spent vetting you and making sure you're a good fit, making sure financially you can afford it. You know what I mean? That, like, we don't spend enough time talking to you about what the program is actually going to be all about. So I want to spend some time on that tonight for a few minutes. Let me give you guys kind of a big picture perspective of what we hope to accomplish while you're with us. And for those of you guys who have been in the program for a little while, I think this will be valuable for you too, and you can kind of see where you're at on this spectrum as we draw it out. Okay? So, first of all, when you get in, there's a reason why number one, and I'm going to write this down right here. We're going to kind of list what we hope to accomplish while you're with us. There's a reason why we start with this, eBay. Is sort of our main emphasis at the start. Now, for those of you guys who are here live with me right now, why is that? Why do we push eBay so much at the start? What's the point behind eBay? Why don't we start with immediately hopping into your website or selling on Amazon or doing link posting? What is it about eBay that makes us want to start there? I'll give you guys a minute to answer. Yeah, I think so. Robert says it's quick and it's relatively easy. It's kind of a faster way to make money. Yeah, you bet. Virginia, I agree with you. Good place to learn about drop shipping. Get familiar with drop shipping as a whole. It's cost effective, absolutely. I still maintain that if you're going to get online and you need to make money in a hurry, eBay is your best bet every single time. So if you're wondering, well, I invested all this money to come into this program, why am I just doing eBay at the start? It's because the turnaround time on your investment through eBay is typically much quicker than some of the other strategies. Now, I'm not saying we have to do eBay up front. Not at all. In fact, some of you guys come in wanting to maybe emphasize other things, and we're okay with that. We'll be flexible. But if it's up to us, we like to push you onto eBay to start because we can get making money there quickly. So that's why we start there. Now, generally speaking, we work on eBay for you know, a month and a half, because usually at that point we can train you well enough that you can kind of manage it on your own. And then shortly thereafter, we like to move into an e-commerce website. That's usually part two when you get into the program. Now, I guess we could maybe clarify a couple things on eBay. We do retail drop shipping, usually first. We do international product sourcing second, as an optional opportunity. If you want to do a little bit of inventory, maybe carry some inventory. I'll put that in parentheses, carry inventory. I know not a lot of my clients love to do that. Some do and do really well with it, so I like to teach that as part of what we do. And then last, we do wholesale drop shipping on eBay. So those are kind of the three parts. So for those of you guys who are new, we might be on retail drop shipping where we're using a lot of retail suppliers to drop ship products, but we're gonna be working on maybe some international sourcing where we can get products at rock bottom prices. And then letter C here, we like to go out and find wholesale drop shippers as well. Why do we start with the retail as opposed to the wholesale? Because the retail drop shipping is quicker and easier. That's why we like to start there. But that usually comprises, your first 4, 5, 6 weeks or so is in this number 1 section for eBay, okay? I know for some of you guys, it starts out a little slow. Some of you guys, it takes off really quickly. In fact, one of my clients was really excited this week. She had some immediate success, found a pretty good product and sold it like 12, 13 times, like within a few days. You know what I mean? So like there's extremes on both ends of the spectrum, but generally if you stick with it, you'll do just fine. Okay. All right. So number 2, e-commerce website. Now that's a specific type of website, right? When we're talking e-commerce, we're talking about selling an actual product on a website. Okay. So and we like to do drop shipping. So I'll put in parentheses here, a drop shipping website. Okay, we like to do that second. And, a lot of times we don't do that right up front because websites typically take a little bit longer to make money on a consistent basis. And those of you guys who have websites right now can probably appreciate what I'm saying here. Sometimes it does take just a little bit longer when you have a website, because here's the difference. Even if you get a website built, which will take you some time, and designed and ready to go, and you've got this awesome looking site with great products, even when you reach that point, you still have work to do because you've got to get people to find the site, right? So you've got to get it ranked in Google. You've got to get it out on social media. You may want to start doing some blogging. The big difference between doing a drop shipping business on eBay versus a drop shipping business on a website is the marketing. Because you guys know, a lot of you guys who've been doing eBay, you know that you have to generally pay out 10% to eBay as a commission when you sell something, right? And we kind of moan and complain about that. It's like, wow, it's such a high percentage. That's $10 out of every $100 in sales. Well, but here's the thing that you're forgetting. eBay does all the marketing and promotion for you, right? So they take that 10% not only to compensate them for all the marketing they do, but to also make some money. Whereas if you guys have an e-commerce website, it might be an awesome looking website with great product, but you get to keep that 10%. You're not paying anybody out a commission, but that also means that you have to do the marketing, right? So sometimes that makes the process of the website part of the business take a little bit longer. And that's why we like to put it as number 2, because if we can get revenue coming into the eBay business right off the bat, that starts paying for your training and your investment and your education. And then we get number 2 off the ground and we can get making some money on that. That's more of a longer term, higher ceiling type opportunity. You can make money quick on a website, don't get me wrong. But generally speaking, it takes a little longer for those reasons that I explained. Guys, so far, those of you guys who are here with me live, does that make sense? Why we usually make that number 2? Just takes a little longer, that's all. Our hopes is that while you're getting number 2 off the ground, number 1 is paying us and keeping us doing well. Okay? All right, so what happens after number 2? I think a lot of you, that's kind of a mystery, because most of the names that I recognize that are here today with me are kind of in that space of number 1 and number 2. Here's number 3. I usually will tell you to do this. I say second e-commerce website. Okay? And I get this question a lot. When you start your first website, nearly all of you at some point will ask me, hey, is there a chance maybe after we do this first one that I can do a second one? Because I got this great idea about this other niche that I wanted to do, but, we couldn't do 2 niches on one site. So, you know what I mean? Like, we have that conversation quite a bit, and the answer is absolutely yes. Like, let's do a second website. I typically don't like to have you do 2 sites at once, though, and you'll hear me give you that feedback. And the reason I say that is I just don't want to spread you guys too thin. I mean, if you're trying to market this first website, you're maintaining an eBay business, and then you're trying to get your second website off the ground all at the same time, sometimes you run out of hours. You don't have enough time to maintain it all. So get number 2 here, your website making money first, and then consider opening up that second website. You know, the answer, if you're not making money yet on your site, isn't to open up another one. It's to fix your problems on your initial one. And then if you've done everything you can, all the marketing that we teach, and we still can't get the number 2 rolling the way we want, let's say our e-commerce website is only making us 25 grand a year, right? And that's hardly enough to live off of. You couldn't do that. You know, that wouldn't be enough to sustain you. If it's making 25 grand a year and you've done everything you can to grow it, then yeah, open up number 2. Or if you're one of my clients that has the time and can manage it all, then yeah, let's open up the second one. So I think that's your next best step. Although keep in mind, just as a caveat, like we can shift this around depending on what you guys want to do. Alan, I was talking to you just a little earlier, and one thing that Alan would like to do is he's got a company, an idea for his first website that he's ready to go with right now. And they've only been in the program for a couple of weeks. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of eBay, but we're going to focus on getting this first website off the ground right away because they're ready to roll on it. So I just want you guys to know that we can be flexible in this list. And then, I mean, I guess number 3 could turn into, you know, third website or whatever, right? We could do a third and then a fourth. I mean, just depending on how many websites. A guy that I work with here in the office, he has like 8 sites, if you can imagine, that he manages. You know, he does a lot. I mean, he does a lot of e-commerce websites, so that's what we can continue doing. But there's more to it than just e-commerce websites, and that's what I want us to come down to number 4 here and talk about maybe what the next step might be. Now, Kirk, you just mentioned affiliate marketing. Okay? Guys, what's affiliate marketing? Can anybody define that for me? It's probably the thing that got most of you guys interested in the first place into this program. Because I know a lot of the things that you sign up for before you ever get into the coaching have kind of this affiliate marketing emphasis. Anybody know? Affiliate marketing. How about this? I'll put in parentheses, link posting. Who recognizes the term link posting? I'm going to put that in quotes because that's another way. Affiliate marketing is more the technical term for what you guys may know as link posting. Who knows what that is? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of good feedback. So thank you for your suggestions and your comments. I'll sum up what a lot of you guys said by just saying this. It's where you partner with a company or with a bunch of companies and you basically advertise their website or products that they sell. And if somebody clicks on that link, then you get paid. Or if somebody clicks on the link and then goes over to your partner or your affiliate's website and buys, you get paid. That's affiliate marketing. So it's where you get a percentage. Now, you never do any customer service. See, the difference between drop shipping and affiliate marketing is if you do drop shipping, when you directly advertise a product, and if somebody wants it, they pay you for it, and then you go pay your supplier, right? So all the money comes to you first, you pay your supplier, and then if there's ever a problem, who's responsible to take care of the customer? You are, right? That's drop shipping. So the negative part of drop shipping, the downside I would say, is that there's a little bit of more customer service involved, or there can be. In affiliate marketing, there is no customer service. You're just basically referring somebody over to a website, and when they buy from that website, boom, you get paid. The commissions vary a little bit, but you're in and around 7-8% probably. So if you refer, there's an affiliate program for Amazon or Toys R Us or Walmart or virtually any big name brand. There's an affiliate program for. They're relatively easy to find. So I know we haven't in these Thursdays talked much about affiliate marketing, and it's always really interesting to my clients because it sounds very easy, and in theory it is, because setting up relationships with affiliates is a piece of cake. I can show you guys how to do that real easily for virtually any type of product that's out there. Now, some of you guys can appreciate that because when you get into drop shipping, it's not easy to find a drop shipper for every single product, at least not a wholesale drop shipper. You can find a retail drop shipper for virtually anything, but a wholesale drop shipper can kind of be hard. But affiliate marketing is different. It's much easier to find those partnerships. So you don't make as much per referral, 7-8% or whatever, but if you're doing it on a grand scale, you can make a lot of money. And so I know a lot of you guys get into this initially thinking, yeah, I want to do posting links, and that's a great way to make money online. We rank it number 4 here, at least in our typical pathway to making money online, just because it's a little tougher, I would say. I mean, we found historically that our clients will make more money if they follow this pattern and then do affiliate marketing later on, because all the skills that you've learned throughout the program will help enhance your experience doing affiliate marketing. Okay, so I'm going to call this, it's link posting. It's also, I guess I would classify in this Google AdSense as part of affiliate marketing. Does that sound familiar to any of you guys? When I say Google AdSense, does that ring a bell to any of you guys who are here? Google AdSense is basically where you have ads that pop up on your website, and if somebody clicks on the ad, you get paid. Right? It's like if I go to this website right here, this is one of my websites. If somebody comes and visits this website and then clicks on any of these ads right here, and these ads change based on the content of my site. So since this is a financial site, financial ads pop up automatically, and if somebody came in and typed or clicked on this, I'd get paid just for the click. That's kind of what Google AdSense is. So anyway, that's part of affiliate marketing. It's a really interesting program. A lot of you guys enjoy it when you get into it because it's really cool, right? Like I literally get paid if somebody comes and clicks on this. It doesn't matter if they buy the product from the website. All they have to do is click and I get paid, which is a really neat way to make money on the internet. So I kind of classify all that into affiliate marketing. It's kind of a coverall for a lot of things that we teach, but that's part of the program. And so if you're interested in that, just know that that's coming down the pipe, and we're going to be teaching you about it. And if you want to get to that sooner rather than later, talk to your coach. Like, we don't have to wait. We don't have to do this in the traditional order. If you want to do affiliate marketing sooner rather than later, talk to us about it, and we can do it. Okay? All right. So last on this list of our general big picture, kind of what we're doing in this program, we like you to sell on shopping networks. So I'm going to call this sell on other networks, and then in just in parentheses, I'm going to put Amazon. Maybe you guys have heard of Etsy, Bonanza, Jane, etc. These are all different kind of networks that you can sell on. eBay is where we start. That would be a network to sell or to use as a venue to sell products. But there's other ones that are really good. In fact, Amazon, is much bigger than eBay. And this is the stat I always tell you guys. In the holidays or over the holidays last year, 2014, 20% of holiday shoppers who shopped online bought from eBay, whereas 75% buy from Amazon. So it's much bigger. It's a much bigger market. And so I get the question all the time, well, why are we not selling on Amazon right now? Why are we selling on eBay when Amazon's much bigger? Amazon's just a lot more difficult to get started on. That's all. There's more little hoops to jump through. It's a little more challenging. eBay is much easier to get started on, and so we wait to do Amazon, we wait to do Etsy, we wait to do Bonanza, Jane, etc. The list kind of goes on. But there's money in that. So if you kind of look at what we're trying to accomplish from a big picture standpoint, there's a lot of ways that you can make money online, right? And that shouldn't shock you. Anybody who makes money online does it in seemingly a little bit of a different way. But if you guys will follow this plan specifically, the way we outline it, and have a little bit of patience with what we're trying to do, it's hard to see the end from the beginning. And so if you're here on number one and you're kind of trudging your way through retail drop shipping and there's been some challenges and it hasn't been super easy for you and the money's not rolling in as well as you want, well, guess what? Like that's okay. I think we can fix that so that you can be making money better in that part of the program. But the good news is we've got a whole lot of other stuff that we're going to be getting to. And our hope is if you're bringing in revenue from all these places, you diversify your efforts just a little bit. Let me show you guys something here. So I'm going to draw here for a second. This is just going to be, I'm going to call this our, this is our business, okay? This is our general internet business right here. And we've got different revenue streams coming into this, right? So number one, right here, this is our eBay revenue stream, okay? And that's where we start. That's money coming into the business. And we do that because it's fast, like we talked about. And then number two, we've got, I'm just going to call this an e-com site, right? This is our e-com website. That right there is a picture of a website in case you weren't sure exactly what that was. And then number three over here, that's another website. And then number four over here, that's affiliate marketing going into the business. And number five, these are our shopping networks like we've been talking about. Well, what happens if all of a sudden eBay starts to slow down a little bit, right? If eBay slows down, you're probably pretty worried if that's your only mode of making money, right? Because then all of a sudden, boom, you're cut off, and that's slowing down your whole business. But if you look at your business on kind of a grander scale on the internet, if eBay slows down, well, look, you've got a website, right? You're selling on Amazon a little bit. You may even have a second website, and then you're doing some affiliate marketing on the side. You're good because you're diversified. If you talk to any good financial planner out there, no financial planner in the world that's managing your money is going to tell you guys to all go and just stick all your money in Apple. Apple might be a great company, right? And their stock may be going up like crazy, like it has been through the years. But what happens when that stock finally turns and you struggle, right? If you're not diversified, your whole entire portfolio is going to go down the drain. And I guess that's the point here too. When you're an entrepreneur, you want to diversify just the same way. If you've got an internet business, we want to be doing a little bit of everything. And so, again, big picture, if we go back to our notes here, we want to get you through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's why the program is supposed to last anywhere from 6 months to a year. And so, again, if you're trudging along on eBay, struggling, on and off, you're making money, don't worry about it. There's more that we're going to do, and we'll either solve the problem on eBay or we'll find one of these other areas that you excel at. Not all of my clients are great eBayers, right? Some are much better on websites. Some are much better on affiliate marketing. We'll find what you're good at and we'll exploit it. Because every once in a while I get a client, right, that does so well on eBay that sometimes we don't make it to numbers 2 through 5. They love eBay, that's what they do, and that's what they stick with, and that's fine too. So we'll be flexible with this plan. But overall, hopefully this helps you guys see kind of bigger picture. Now real quick, before we finish up, I want to just look at reasons why our clients are extremely successful in the program, and then reasons why we have a few clients that aren't as successful. Okay, and there's just some general characteristics that I've observed over the years. You know, I've been doing consulting for the better part of the last 10 years. And so I'm going to start with why not successful, okay? And I'll bet some of you guys can guess at some of these. In fact, let me just ask those who are here live, why do you think, what are some of the reasons why we've had on occasion a few clients that have really struggled in our program? It doesn't happen that often, and I can, you know, we're proud of that, but it has happened before. I mean, I can't say 100% of every client I've ever worked with, or of all the clients I've ever worked with, are absolutely killing it online. I wish I could, but there is a small percentage that struggle. So why is that? Just maybe based on some of your experience so far. Yeah, work ethic. Absolutely. Is this a get rich quick scheme? Of course it's not, right? I don't really believe in those. I mean, I suppose you could win the lottery, right? Or you could you could take up a life in crime, right? But there's no real legitimate get rich quick scheme, right? There's work. And I don't think most of you guys come into the program thinking that you don't have to work. Most of you guys are here and you know you have to work, and I really appreciate that. But every once in a while, I have a client that struggles with work ethic a little bit. So one of you guys said inconsistency, Sally, and I agree. I'm gonna put that down here in our list. Not consistent, right? Like you'll go really hard and work at it for a while, and the first few roadblocks cause you to stumble a little bit. You slow way down, and then you don't work like you could. And then you work hard at it again, and then you don't. Consistency is key. If you're inconsistent and you're always kind of up and down, it's going to be hard. How about this one right here? Easily distracted. Okay. What I mean by that is, I mean, you realize you're working on the internet, right? And you're working at home, most of you, and you don't have a boss standing behind you making sure you're getting things done. Now, in part, that's your coach's job, right? Like that would be my job, is to check in on you and make sure you're moving forward. And that's part of what you pay us to do, and we take pride in that. But at the same time, like you're still at home working on it yourself. And if you've never worked from home before, you know, sometimes it's a tough transition. In theory, it's really nice, right? Choose your own hours, work in your pajamas, have the TV on, right? There's a lot of things that are attractive about working at home. Here's the drawback. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to run into the kitchen and grab something out of the fridge, right? You get tired of working, there's so many distractions at home. Turn on the TV and you end up watching TV, or you hop onto Facebook. When you're on the internet, there's tons of distractions. You're up onto YouTube, right? Uh, you just got to be really careful about that. So if you find yourself being easily distracted, you've got to work on your focus a little bit, because that's something really only you can control. You know, we really need people that are problem solvers. Okay, now we don't expect you to know the answer to everything, but we certainly expect you to try to figure out the answer to a lot of these questions, and you'll never really get that business off the ground if you're not willing to solve some problems. And I guess, you know, again, we're here to help you with that, but you got to do some of this on your own. And in conjunction with that, clients that are not okay making mistakes. Okay, that's a big one. So if you're one of those people, and I know some of you guys are, you're more of a perfectionist. You want to get everything right the first time. You don't want to make any mistakes, and so rather than make a mistake, you'd rather just stop working and wait to talk to your coach about it, right? It's really okay to get in there and make mistakes. Experience is the best teacher. If you wait for us to show you every little detail, you may never really make mistakes, but it's going to take us an awfully long time to be successful. So you got to be okay to get in there and make some mistakes. That's actually okay, right? Not proactive with coaching staff. That we found has been a big issue. If you're not proactive with us, um, sometimes we don't know when you've got questions and concerns. And so occasionally I'll have a client that's struggling with something and we never know about it because they don't really reach out, either because maybe they think it's a dumb question or it's not worth our time. And that's crazy. I mean, you guys are paying us to coach you and train you. So please, if you've got a question, be proactive with us. We expect that. And then 7, I'm just going to say not using tools available. Okay, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about, emailing coach, live webinars. All of you guys are here at a live webinar, and I know it's a sacrifice to be here, but we appreciate it. Recorded webinars, one-on-one calls with coach, right? Like, you need to use all the tools that are out there and available to you. And sometimes I've got clients that they may meet with me each week, but they don't come to the webinars, or they don't watch the recorded stuff, or they don't email us very often. And really, I mean, if you're not going to be proactive and use the tools that are available to you, we can really only do so much. Okay, so I, those are just a few things that we've noticed, some characteristics that in our clients that struggle. Now, let me look at some characteristics on those that do well. Okay, we look really closely at our successful clients, and there's some very distinguishing characteristics. So let me just list a few. Well, let's see. I guess you could almost say like the opposite of all of these things, right? They have a good work ethic, and so there is some of these will be a little repetitive, but I'm going to say they work hard, number one. Okay, and I'm not saying it's always just working long hours. Some of you guys can't work long hours because you've got other jobs and stuff, but when you do work hard, you're efficient. Okay, and that just means, you're not easily distracted, right? Like, when you work, you sit down and you actually work. And when you put in 3 hours of work that day that you get home from your normal job, it's actually 3 hours of work, and it's not 45 minutes of work and then a couple hours of just kind of dinking around on the internet, right? Like, I can't control that. That's something that comes kind of from within. You just have to stay motivated and work hard. Actually, I probably should have added this to the why not successful list. And this one I want to add just because, sometimes you guys can't control this. Life gets in the way, okay? Deaths in the family, lost jobs, some financial stress. Stuff goes on that you guys can't control, and that happens sometimes. So life gets in the way. And that's okay. If that ever happens, guys, and you need to put the coaching temporarily on hold for a little bit, talk to your coach about it. We're willing to work with your schedule, okay? But I'm going to say, because we're running out of time here, our successful clients are kind of the opposite of all of these things. They're problem solvers, they're efficient, they're focused, they work hard, they're okay with making mistakes. I don't even think we need to make a list here, because you can see if you run the opposite of why we're not successful, you're going to see why you will be successful, okay? So hopefully that's kind of a good overview for you guys. Whether you're new in the program or not, you know what, this should give you a little more perspective on what we're trying to get done, okay? I'm going to open it up for questions here for just a minute. I wanted to keep this one a little bit shorter tonight, so and mainly just get these points across to all of you guys. So let's. I'm going to turn off the recording. We'll answer some questions and then we'll finish up. Let me turn off the recording first. For those of you guys who are watching this recorded, thanks for coming along, and hopefully this provided a little bit of perspective.